Once in a while, we would get investors coming to us exploring whether Toronto is actually worth investing in. And I'll be honest, Toronto is our favorite city to invest in, but it is harder to prove to you that returns are better if you're solely looking at turnkey investment properties that can be rented out on day one. And here's what I mean. You could probably hit similar rent yields no matter where you are in Ontario, and it is tough to speculate on future appreciation too, even though Toronto historically has outperformed. So technically, the expected ROI isn't all that outstanding in Toronto. And if you're working with limited capital, Toronto is realistically a tougher market to get into. But if you've got more money to invest in and you have an appetite to take on bigger projects, this is where the magic happens in Toronto. Just take a look at this. Say you upgrade a single family home into 3 units in Toronto. That can bump rents from $4,000 as a single family home to $6,700 a month as 3 units. And if we value this project based on cap rates, that can translate to a $650,000 increase in value on this property in Toronto. In another part of Ontario, if you take on a similar project, you might get a $2,000 bump in rents. And so that would equal a $480,000 increase in value. Construction costs are more or less the same regardless of where you are in Ontario, say $200,000. So taking on a project in Toronto could mean a much better value add lift for a half-year project like this. But wait, it can get better. Toronto's development charges are waived for the first 4 units. And so if you compare these savings to other cities that might be charging $50,000 in development charges per unit, that can actually make a big difference in lifts too. And once you factor this in, the investment capital gap between Toronto and other areas in Ontario isn't really that big anymore. Here on our Elevate team, we're always searching the market, and we've got some exciting opportunities in Toronto that can seriously boost your investment value. So if you do want more details on this, just head over to this link here to chat with us. We're ready to show you properties that can give you max value add potential.